Hey everybody, Jay Marino here. Welcome back. We're playing Wings of Liberty Protoss Edition by Synergy. We're on to Engine of Destruction. Look, I don't make the rules on the order we play these maps. I just take them as Synergy hands them to me through the mission launcher. So, this is a mission where we need a strong start so that we can maintain momentum. And I think in that case, Warp and Reinforcements we haven't really used prior to this. Or have we? I don't remember. I recorded a lot of this a couple weeks ago, and now I'm just getting back to it. If we have used it, it hasn't been very much because it's been disabled for a lot of missions. I think it's a good choice here. Chrono Surge also good because upgrades come at a premium on short missions like this where you have to maintain that snowball momentum, and if you fall behind, it's really, really hard to maintain your footing. So getting those upgrades quickly could be nice, but I think Warp and Reinforcements is better just for the units straight up. Solar Lance is 75 in this mod, so I think we go Temporal Field if only because it costs less. Orbital Assimilators just seems like a no-brainer, unless something is better with warp harmonization here. I understand the faster build times, but orbital assimilators I think is just the way to always go. If there was a time to use Nexus Overcharge, I think maybe we've missed our window. There were a few missions that could have been okay, but Phoenix, frankly, I think works a little better on the defensive when enemy attacks are clumping up as opposed to offensively. So I think we go Shield Overcharge here. Unit Comp. I think Sentinels could be pretty good, again, for that more, like, defensive-focused type composition here. We need to make sure we're losing as little as possible. Stalkers. I don't really care for Adepts versus Terran as much. So, yeah, Stalkers versus Dragoons on this one is all kind of the same. I don't plan on making any of these, so we'll go High Templar. Energizing the Odin seems real good. I mean, giving it the squad sight is also pretty good, though, isn't it? Versus normal sentries. It's energized. It's just too good. I was thinking sentries, just again, that survivability, but I just don't think it's really necessary if we have some other defensive-focused stuff. Vanguards and Colossus, I mean, the usual suspects here, right? Corsairs and Void Rays, the usual suspects. Hit me with Brutal and start. Oh. I forgot about this. Uh-oh. Well,
this ain't a stealth mission anymore.
Wish us luck.
Bring it loud and fast.
Trying to spread that damage out a little bit. Hit this. I forgot about this opening part. This part can get real dicey. Let's do it again. Buff them up. Can we void stasis the Perdition turrets? I think so.
Activate the auto turrets.
Oh, no, stay up there, stay up there. Oh, hang in there, buddy. We're fine. We're Gucci. We didn't even lose anything. Okay. You know, everything's fine. A very, normal, not even close start to the map. I think maybe sentries would have been the better choice for the shield healing on our sentinels. Also, centurions would also be pretty good. Okay, we're fine. Everything's fine. Now we just got to get some vanguards and colossi out. We're fine versus everything on the ground. Get the stalkers mixed in, and all right.
We must establish this nexus as quickly as possible. As you command.
Hoo-hoo.
This Tal'Darim has brought warriors with him. Perhaps there is a benefit to his presence after all.
Well, we got healed, and that guy was dancing. He was so excited that he got to live. Okay, what to focus on? Probably getting a forge early would be great. Blood Hunters are fine, but not really my ideal choice. I think maybe if we use Blood Hunt, like we actually hotkey them and manually cast Void Stasis so that they're using it on stuff that isn't just, you know, the detection could be pretty good here. Because I think you can use that on literally anything, right? We only have to move back here to defend this in between attacks with the Odin, I believe. We're gonna need Cyber core. You know what? I think let's get a second. Never mind. I take it back. Let's just focus on saturating right now. We don't really need anything. What I can do is just build the occasional extra blood hunter. I don't even know if we want blood hunters. I think we just want more sentinels. So if I remember, this may have been changed, but I feel like the enemy used to be able to just scan, which nullifies the point of having the fact that you can disable detection with the blood hunters. But again, that's something that may very well have been updated. I'm not so sure. Or maybe I'm just misremembering on this map. It may have never been like that. Okay, need more pylons. We have our forge, so we want to start getting our +1, 2, 3. I think we can only get up to +2. Or at least most recently we can. Typically that you can go to the next level at the artifact mission, so the Mobius factor would probably be the next one.
Well, if you ain't gonna tell me not to have a little fun, I'm gonna have a little fun. Oh, here I go.
Okay, get another sentinel, and we almost can get warp and reinforcements here, which will be a nice little addition. This is one where we want to allow him to take his time. I mean, he can basically do this himself, but keep in mind, we can't repair him. So we chronoed him, but we can't repair him in between things. So that's why, like, we want to let him do as much as he can by himself. But even still, it's important that we don't let him get too low, because he does have passive regen when he's out of combat, but we just have to ensure that he doesn't, here, like this. We want to, like, make sure that that thing just doesn't tear up all of our sentinels. Okay, and then just let him do this. Get some more blood hunters, even though I talked about how they're not great here, but I did it anyway. We actually have a ton of gas, so I think we go ahead and grab a Templar Archives. And we get crazy wild with some Archons, I suppose, because we have gas, and there's even more to pick up here. See how he's not being attacked, so he's getting some out-of-combat healing, which is nice. I think all of our money's just going to go to warp and reinforcements here, if I had to be honest with you.
Well, now that's done with. I'm gonna take me a little break.
Well, don't go that way. I'm going to come here.
I'll me some liquid refreshment.
Okay, he'll be fine. Let's come on over here and make sure that we're ready for this attack.
Upgrade complete.
Let's get a Vanguard.
Construct additional pylons. You have not enough minerals.
Honestly, it's just like pylons that are hurting right now. Save up to get one more.
Now that hit the spot, there's nothing like knocking back a cold one on top of your enemy's smoking corpses.
Yeah, I didn't think he was going yet, so we should be okay, at least for a little bit. Okay, now we can get together back on top of the Odin. Let's get more gateways. Hopefully there's enough room for my units to get in and out. And then one more pylon here.
I can't wait no longer. Here it comes.
Perfect. Again, getting more anti-air. We should be able to just bomb up this ramp with him, I think. Okay, let's go. How this goes, I don't know. I'm not sure. Again, we want to, like, stasis some of the stuff in the back. That Archon, I guess, decided he really wanted to go a totally different way. I think this went really well, actually. Just, I manually targeted those tanks. That allowed me to really get in there. Let him do this.
Flashy red button. Do.
And we'll get our units up to the front, and let's go ahead and grab a Colossus and more Archons. And then +2. Yeah. Very nice. Okay.
Boom, baby. Damn. Oh, that is hot.
All right, and then what's next? I think normally Reapers will jump down here to attack this area. So let's just let's build some stuff at home to ensure that our main base doesn't get dusted.
You must construct additional pylons.
More pylons. Shocking.
Your allies are in battle.
seems like they're running into the Odin.
You boys will need some time to catch up. Good old Tychus be right here taking it easy.
They're running into the Odin, which is fine with me. Normally, they will attack your main
Just
base.
wake me up when y'all ready.
Just leave a few units back here.
Do it.
Oh, okay, never mind. They're here.
I am the voice of the eclipse.
Yeah, normally those will attack over in this direction. Maybe that was changed, or I don't know if it's like more random with how that stuff randomly ends up at your base versus your expansion or what, but I'm fine with it. That's fine with me. I think let's get a Stargate. Seems like the attacks are coming from that base up there. Let's just not mess with that right now. Come back, probe. Okay, we'll get that saturated slowly but surely, and then we probably want to get shields since we're going so Archon heavy, considering we have so many minerals, but not, or we have so much gas, but not many minerals. We'll have more minerals eventually because we have the second base, but we also have 2 more gas. There's just a lot. There's a lot of gas pickups on this map, so
Here we go. I'm hitting my stride now.
that's fine with me. Once again, warp in reinforcements. And we probably can just attack in front of him, so let's do that. Yeah, +2 is our cap here. Let's get shields. And, man, Corsairs would be really good if I had the diligence to use them, and I don't. Back up here.
This is gonna hurt you a lot more than it's gonna hurt me.
Okay, very nice. I think let's just replace some of our sentinels that have inevitably died. A lot of them are still alive in here. Just some of my mech has taken a lot of heat. Okay, let's just let him, again, there's no reason to rush this. Let him steadily get rid of this stuff. Upgrades coming up. Let's get some more Void Rays. Again, that's going to be helpful against the Loki, because that's what we're kind of missing is the firepower to kill that thing. Which is why I'm building Stalkers now, which is not really what we need for that. But the Void Rays will be fine. Let's just sort of hang back here, because we're going to get attacked, and he's just going to slowly wipe that stuff out. You love to see it. Okay, let's transfer some of these probes as this gets mined out. +2 air attack, I guess? That stuff's coming up.
Time to kick ass and chew bubble gum.
He's fine. He's fine.
Can I keep it?
Yeah, you know what? Honestly, I'm really liking the use of warp and reinforcements here. I'm a big fan of that. Again, we have enough money to rebuild the pylons as we need, so I'm not too concerned about that.
Now that's done with. I'm gonna take me a little break.
I mean, that's one of the main things with warp and reinforcements. It gives you the pylon, which is just enough for the free units that you get. And, like, Zealots and Stalkers aren't really what you need in, like, super late game type engagements. But in a mission like this, where it's all about just, like, how much stuff can I get out in time in order to
You reckon these Dominion
bomb
boys
through
will
bases
let
quickly,
this
that's the way to go. Oh, I could have saved him.
swear.
I could have saved that guy for sure. Okay, let's head back.
Prismatic core online.
Keep making Void Rays, and I guess Colossus, and...
We face the enemy.
what? Oh, really? Okay. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm sorry, High Templar. That's not how I meant to use you. Okay, let's head back over here. That, I guess, was the only attack that came from that direction. Sometimes they attack you from down here, or rather in the base campaign, they always attack you from down here, so let's just set up these. And I've got money now, so I guess let's just have stuff queued up.
No longer. Here it comes.
And where's the last Defiler thing? I don't remember. Let's go, and I guess let's shield overcharge here. It's only 50 instead of 75. And then just start mixing in some more Sentinels. This is one where now I'm kind of past, you know, letting him destroy stuff. Now we just bomb through and do it ourselves. In fact, we could probably just go straight into the second enemy base now. We're not, these upgrades, I'm starting them, but they're not going to finish in time, so I don't even know why I'm doing it. Let's just chrono our buildings. Last Blood Hunter here. Do we even have any other Blood Hunters alive? I wouldn't think so. Big enemy attack down there kind of tore me up. Let's let the Odin handle it. And let's move in and kill the Odin, which I'm not looking forward to. Blink on top of it. I think the Void Razor killing it here. That's kind of a... I mean, I'm not really using the energy for anything else, so I think that's worth it. The Loki's dead. We've got all the tissue samples. What's going on over here? Casual Viking? Sure, that's fine. Just keep making stuff.
There we go. You ready yet?
Extra spear energy. Okay, well, thanks for the extra units. There's just, like, random Dominion units around. I don't know where they're coming from or what, but I'm responding to them. It's fine. It's fine. Oh, maybe these will finish. Swap the Chronos. I mean, I could probably just go and it's... You know what? Just go. It's gonna be fine. That is a lot of tanks, though.
Here we go. I'm hitting my stride now.
We can just pop this as soon as it's up. Ba-boom. Probably should have gotten more sentries in the first place. Oh, sorry. Sorry, Void Ray. We're gonna kill all this before he nukes.
How do I miss this button with a skull on it?
Don't worry about the button with a skull. Okay, well, you're nuking nothing. This is embarrassing for yourself. You're just embarrassing yourself, Tychus.
Hey, hear me, Captain? Maybe next time you'll trust Tychus with a little bit of mayhem.
That spiced up the cinematic a little bit. I can't say no to that. I like that. What's next? What's the next thing? It might send us straight into Media Blitz, because it's been taking us along the Rebellion plot line, just boom, 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 after Great Train Robbery. Yeah, Media Blitz. Okay, well, let's make sure we get the secret mission thing. Focus on destroying barracks, factory starports, etc., etc. I assume I can use the Odin to do the same kind of round that I would on the Terran version, which I can nullify the mech base and the starport base just straight up from the beginning. It makes this map way too easy, but that just comes down to knowing the map, you know? And who knows, maybe I'll maybe I'll end up making a mistake or something. I mean, less Chrono Surge here. Chrono Surge is boring, but like it holds a special place in my heart. I love it. I love how you can get your workers out. I love how you can get your upgrades out. It's just so nice. Yo, any of these are gonna make the Warfield drops like a joke. Let's just take the cheapest one. That's fine. Of course, you know, Phoenix. Yeah, you know, Phoenix would be pretty good here. Now we get Reconstruction Beam. Oh baby. Guardian Shell is also good. Matrix Overload, probably not the best for this one. I've always wondered, can I just pop Energizers in and out of phasing to apply the buff for the 15 seconds to everyone around it? Because that would be pretty sick. 'Cause that's a really good buff. I mean, you can't really say no to Reconstruction Beam, at least until you get Healing Carriers. Once you have Healing Carriers, you don't really need Reconstruction Beam, and you can stick with Guardian Shell. I think that's pretty much... And then an all-in Matrix Overload will actually be good. Like, actually really good. Granted, yeah, I mean, in that mission we'll have enough money. Don't worry about it. We'll worry about it when we get there, Jay Barino. Stop overthinking things here. Let's take Centurions this mission. I don't think it's that important. Dragoons. Now we have Dark Templar, which are, I mean, without a doubt the best of these three. Like, by a huge margin. I don't know how these two could be buffed to make them even comparable to Dark Templar. I have no idea. It's actually insane how good these are. I guess maybe on missions where you have very limited money, these could be better. But even still, the Dark Templar outputs so much damage, it kind of makes it worth it. I don't know. Garib Ascendants, even though I don't plan on making them. again, this is the usual suspects. These bottom 4 are pretty much, it's the usual suspects. Hit me with this. If anything, you just have to be careful with anti-air. Let me make enough Dragoons and it'll be fine. Throw in some Void Rays.
The moment has come. Let us begin.
Thought you'd never ask.
Okay, let's see if I can remember the right way to do this.
This baby's heavy duty.
Attention rogue pilot. This is General Warfield of Dominion Command. Your order to stand
Oh,
down.
we have reconstruction beam on the Odin. I didn't even think about that. Okay, send me in. Just shut up. Okay. Unless some of the layouts in the bases has been changed, and they might have been, I don't know. I mean, it's not like reconstruction beam on the Odin is very good or anything, but it's good enough.
Heavy duty.
Okay, and then we hit this right here.
This will get her done.
Make sure you kill the SCVs and the command centers, and these bases cannot rebuild. That's the jam. Maybe reconstruction beam's been nerfed a little bit. I don't know. Synergy sent me a list of all the changes, and they're also on his Discord. I just never... I read them, and I just don't really remember them at this point. But that
Hope this thing's insured.
it does... I mean, I know he buffed a lot of things. I don't know if he directly nerfed anything besides making spear abilities cost more. I'm not super sure.
This will get her done.
Okay, then we destroy this.
Rock and roll.
And if you kill all these tanks in here, too, then they won't come and attack you later. I mean, we can kill some of them, but we're in a rush, right? So.
Heavy duty. Make room for the big dog.
But again, I mean, they'll come and attack you later if you don't kill them now, so it doesn't hurt to just do this.
This will get her done.
There's one over on the right, too, but that's perfectly fine. This is eating into our time to kill the starport base, so maybe I shouldn't be doing this, but... Okay, that'll burn down. It's gone. So I'm going to walk up here. Just walk straight to the command center. Then we can kill the SCVs in the orbital command, which means anything we kill in this base cannot be rebuilt. And that's kind of the key, is just understanding like what you can kill and knowing what can get rebuilt. Because everything, these bases will completely rebuild if you leave any of these things alive. So that's why you gotta be extra super duper careful. So like this, like this. And we're gonna run out of time, so I think maybe we just ignore the auto turret.
Make room for the big dog.
And then we kill both the starports, and then that's it for this base.
Let's see what this baby's got. For this, get her done.
And I don't know why we just heard a Viking speak, but that's fine with me. Let's do this.
I like it.
I might draw aggro on some of this stuff, but that's fine, because we have Reconstruction Beam. Okay, very nice. Not only did we completely nullify 2 bases, but the Odin is not super weak, so we can very easily just walk it right into the barracks base and destroy it. Normally you get a second Thor, which helps a lot, but I don't even think we really need it.
Let's see what this baby's got.
Are we even going to get another unit on this map? Normally this is where you get the Thor, but the Terrans, I think, get more units in general than the Protoss do. Destroy the Mengsk statues, please.
Make room for the
Yeah, just let them do that. I mean, the enemy will still attack us with the pre-play stuff they have built, but that's not very much. So I think we'll be just fine. We could take this base.
This'll get her done.
Let's see.
Rock and roll.
We can barrage one more time in here. Let's lure these things down. It's not like Reapers are doing that much damage to it, but... Honestly, I feel like he could just sit here with Reconstruction Beam and not die. Let's barrage this. Just get rid of the production from here, even though it's just factory stuff, but regardless. And the Odin can die. I mean, we don't want it to, but it could just die.
Let's see what this baby's got.
Okay, get rid of this barracks. Again, get rid of their potential production. Then let him clean up the units, and then we go for the next thing. When we have barrage up, we can go for those 2 barracks.
This'll get her done.
Like, I think you can just auto-attack this stuff. You can pretty much do this exclusively with the Flippin' Odin at this point, I think. I mean, I'm still building stuff at home, but at a pretty slow pace. Oh, we already have one of those. And I'm just, like, looking at the Odin, and it seems fine, so I'm going to assume everything's fine. Let's barrage like this. Drop Phoenix in here, too. Let's just save our spear energy for when we get attacked at home, because I'm not really building any units. And there's enough units in the air base that they will still come and attack me pretty effectively, so.
Hope this thing's insured.
But now that these buildings are gone, there's literally nothing in these enemy bases that can build to come and attack us. I don't think. There might be some random barracks like that. That might build stuff. That might build stuff. I'm not super sure, actually, now that I'm thinking about it. Okay, let's come on over and take this. War Pig. Is he normally here? Okay, don't step on the beacon. We're just walking up here in order to kill the stuff that's up here. And we'll get a little defense here just in case. Sometimes they like to bring, like, 1 or 2 random tanks to just attack you there. We did kill most of the pre-placed tanks, so I don't think that'll be necessary. Don't step on the beacon. Even if you touch the beacon for a brief moment, it'll lure Warfield into coming and attacking you, and we obviously don't want that. Not that it would be that big of a deal, but we still would prefer that that did not happen. Yeah, so poor Swan didn't get to introduce his Thors to us. I know that's what he really likes. Okay, so that's all cleared out. I think we go just up to 1, and we just go in order 1, 2, 3. We can go down and grab the bonus in a bit. The secret, rather, not the bonus.
Let's see what this baby's got.
We just work towards Void Rays, and the mission's basically over again because the enemy can't do anything. What is that sound? Is it this? Interesting. Okay. Yeah, now see, that's a lot of Banshees, but I don't think they can rebuild them once they're gone. So get zapped. There we go. I guess the Banshees had the fancy shockwave missiles, so they got, you know, they're a little fancier. They're a little fancier. They're not a lot fancier, but they're a little fancier. Let's see. What do we want to chrono? Let's chrono out some ground upgrades.
You have not enough mineral. Upgrade complete.
And then we'll go 1, 2, make our way to 3, get the secret, and then finish 3. That's the plan.
Phase crystal.
Okay, we need a Robo support bay. I don't think I need Corsairs. I very rarely make those Starfighters. There's very specific times when I'm like, okay, I guess we'll make Starfighters. And this is not one of those. In fact, it's just the money that you put into them in the supply could just be better spent on more versatile type stuff. That's why I just would never really mess with them, you know? Let's just build for the future here. Queue up these upgrades so that we don't have to worry about them later. This is, you know, decently saturated. I mean, 3 probes per... So the difference between, you know, 1 probe per mineral patch versus 2 is pretty significant, but from 2 to 3 is fairly minimal, so it's really hard to justify. This, I guess, again, we might as well just use... Okay, you'll love to see it. I think that's their only battle cruiser. Keep making voids, and we'll get some extra production. Okay, we are on the downward trend of this map. Just keep making stuff. Keep those queues full as we can afford stuff. Let's take this group.
Follow me home. Let's see.
And let's get some additional energizers. I could get some Ascendance, but I don't think that's necessary. I think maybe we use Phoenix when Warfield starts coming in. Could be fine. Could be okay.
Some might balk at the cost of such a magnificent machine, but I say to you, what price do you put
I think at this rate we're going to have enough, more than enough Void Rays. Again, by the end of all this. That we're going to be pretty Gucci. Are these done yet? Okay. I mean, hey, we got some Banshees here. Maybe, did I leave a Stargate alive? I don't think so. I'm going to go ahead and chrono out just a bunch of Void Rays.
Prismatic core online. Paradactyl.
Because they do be pretty good.
Core online. Paradactyl.
Okay, we left a factory here. Acceptable. Let's just clear out the whole base, then we should have enough for Phoenix. It's good to take out this stuff on the high ground, though, so we don't, like, randomly use, we don't randomly lose our voids as they're rallying in. But otherwise, anti-ground, I mean, normally we'd have tanks here, but we don't need tanks to do fine against this stuff. Mr. Broken Centurion, you can stand back here.
Breach at one of the towers. Strike Team Alpha, engage. Stop them.
Stop. It's possible they're going to have more stuff. I'm just realizing this now. They may very well have more stuff. I guess we could have an Energizer sieged up on the thing. Have I stopped broadcasting? I moved the guy.
The Shadow God waits. The hour.
Get our little pylon farms going. Get our final upgrades. Yeah, sorry, Centurions, but like that's kind of how it's got to be. Very nice. Okay, on to the next one.
You followed me home.
Keep those queues full.
This'll get her done.
Make our way up to here. Actually, just kill all this stuff. I didn't even have to use Phoenix. I mean, this is like, again, I'm having too good to use syndrome. Where the point where we don't even have to use this stuff. So, like, let's just actually use the stuff. This is like Dragoons are really nice and just like a big A-move army. Like, you can just watch the carnage. We're fine. Again, having the only addition to this would be healing carriers would be really nice.
Let's see what this baby's
But Reconstruction Beam does feel like it's been slightly nerfed, but I might just be wrong based on how it used to function. So I don't know. Again, Synergy sent me the little changes doc, and I did read it, but I don't remember. So yeah, let's do this so that I don't inevitably F2.
They're attacking a tower. Strike Team Bravo. Take them out.
Take them out.
Hope this thing's insured. Let's see what this baby's
Flippin'
got.
Fire Colossi. My goodness.
You followed
It don't
me
get
home.
better than that. Uh-oh. Oh! Well, at least he ate it, and it wasn't my whole army that ate it. All right, Dragoon, you're the new button pusher. Beep boop borp. News broadcast comes on, and it's just a dude in a Dragoon suit. That's actually a little spooky. Nah, they're fine. We're fine.
You followed me home.
That amount of Vikings is actually pretty good. We done? We're done with that. Let's come down and clear this base out. Make sure we get the bonus. It's easy to miss or to forget the bonus, because you gotta send ground units over there. Okay, I think we have enough. I think we have enough Void Race now. I don't think we get away. I don't think we could get away with mass Void Rays on the
Let's see what this baby's got.
on All In. All In is going to be its own animal. Like, it's actually going to be difficult, I think.
Can I keep it?
Mineral field depleted.
Okay, let's bring these dudes down. We do need to bring ground units for this.
Online.
But yeah, like, legitimately, I think All In could be
Phase crystals charged.
a little spooky. But, I mean, it's mostly against air units, but that's where we could make starfighters. I wonder, let's see, can 2-1-2 kill the... Yeah, okay, we're good. Secret found Odin upgrades granted.
It followed me home.
Cool. We should have done that way earlier, but it's fine. Once again, this dude come out here, you're going to be Raven Seeker missile bait.
Strike Team Charlie, get to that tower. Bring down those rebels.
And these dudes are just going to get completely dusted before they drop anything. Congrats.
See what this baby's. It followed me home. Let's see what this baby's got.
Oh, yeah. Okay, that's a lot. That's a lot of anti-air.
This baby's got.
Hey, our sentry survived, though. That's all that matters. You know what? Okay, you talked me into doing this. You talked me into actually having to use Spear. Delightful.
Let's see what this baby's got.
Okay, those spawned attacks actually aren't a joke. So it's not like the original where you basically could do this mission using exclusively mercenary calldowns in a very, very short amount of time. You could still do this one in a short amount of time, especially if you're a little more aggressive using Spear, which I was not. But anywho, 2 more missions in the bag. We'll see what's coming up next, and I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.